Okay, we finally figured out. Apparently, the YouTube channels have been messing up because of the Google Hangouts, and it's a weird thing. I guess small glitch. I guess you cannot record as of now, as well as you're not allowed to record or on your webcam or whatever. With via this, I don't understand it. That's not the main reason we're doing this rant, though. But I might as well talk about it because for the past few years, I've been trying to do a Slammaversery predictions, which I haven't honestly watched TNA in a while. Watch that, but it's something that's there. But might as well get this out of the way and figure it out. But on to the main reason we were doing this, because it's very weird, and I'm not used to all this stuff, so I apologize for that. But let's just get this open here, just in case. You never know. But there we go. The main reason we were going to do this was for TNA. We were going to do a predictions thing, but that didn't work out, so I had a better plan on there. I think I had it on here. I don't remember if it works, but I don't know. But as far as that goes, I do want to say this is probably one of the more better cards TNA had. It's the lack of a crowd. I understand that's because of the Spurs game, and that's a big deal. It was game 5 or 6 or whatever, and they won. I mean, by the time I stopped watching, JR sent out a tweet using his voice, and it was probably the best tweet of the night, probably the year. It's just crazy. Stopping the damn match. I mean, really, it's awesome to see Jim Ross actually give a shit about basketball when no one else really does. I mean, that's the first few games I watched during the whole year. But I do want to say the Slammaversery had a stacked card, a really good card. It's very interesting to me that you pick Arlington, of all places, the home of the Cowboys, where the Cowboys can barely fill their own stadium, unless they move somewhere else. But they can't move their own fucking stadium. They can't do shit, and I'll get to them later because they actually shut up on this fucking card, so that makes sense. You have the draw power of the Cowboys, and you have the draw power of the Von Erichs, which is also later on this card. But I do want to say that the fact that you have this great card, you have the Von Erichs. I've seen more people in the fucking Sportatorium than on this night, and editing the picture doesn't count. You saw a few edits by TNA's page where they showed the page and they're all going like this, their arms up, and having a good time. That was a edit of that photo. That was a different side of the arena where the same fucking seats on the fucking left are empty. You have an entire row of an Arlington arena, a traditional town in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and you have this. You have, granted, Texas is a wrestling town, no doubt. Much like St. Louis is, Chicago is, Florida for sure. I mean, I'm saying states, but still. Dallas is a wrestling town. San Antonio is a wrestling town. Austin is becoming a wrestling town. I mean, it's interesting that you cannot fill a fucking arena where the Von Erichs, where Bruiser Brody, where all these great Abdullah the Butcher even came by every once in a while for the territories of World Class and GWF, not GFW or Jeff Jarrett's promotion, but GWF, Global Wrestling Federation back in the day. You had the Harlem Heat. You had all these great talents over the years, and you can't fill a fucking arena. Then again, that's been TNA's problem for the past several years. But honestly, this crowd was a lot better. This crowd was a lot bigger. Probably because of the Von Erichs and the Cowboys and this amazing card. The one problem TNA has is they cannot book their cards on the right time. They have only a few matches, and they do the rest of the last show, which isn't, isn't bad, because WWE does it too, but you make like 5, 6 fucking matches on one night before the show. 3 days before the fucking show. You make like maybe 4, 5, 6 matches. And there's a reason I haven't been watching TNA. There's a reason I haven't been watching that. It's because of, and I might sound as like a jerk and a prick, but I will not allow racism on my wrestling programs. I will not watch it. Hell, we're in the fucking South. The N-word is used like a fucking cigarette. Still to this day. So, which I have no problem with. I mean, you're born into it. You become an honorary black man at this point. If you live in the fucking South and you're white. You're an honorary Negro at that point. A true nigga, as some people would say. But it's amazing to me that in a wrestling town, a wrestling business, racism still lives, not because of the company, but because of the fans. Because ever since Evolution came back, TNA did the thing to bring back a first even, an all-black stable, the new Nation of Domination, but no, you call it Black-Olution. You have Black Tista, the blackest Bobby Lashley. You have the Black Randy Orton himself, the high flyer, the man that could do it all, Kenny King, the King of the Night. And you gotta have your Ric Flair or Triple H, even though Ric Flair is black enough to be a true black nigga for sure. But you have this authority figure, and I understand that's what they're going for. So naturally, MVP is the greatest choice because he's running the company. He's the director of wrestling operations, and he gets injured. He gets injured, so we make 2 matches on the fly. We outdo WrestleMania, and we have 2 people in the fucking match. We named 2 people. We're better than you. No, you're not. You just added another person to the match. It was a triple threat match to begin with. A triple threat match at WrestleMania to begin with, and they added fucking Daniel Bryan because he beat Triple H. It's the same fucking match. But you added 2 people. I know you're trying to not beat WWE, but you are becoming WCW even. WCW during the last of its reign, WCW had worse shit than this. And you're worse than that. You are worse than that. Do I need to go on? I think we've proven our point here, but let's look at this fucking card. It's actually not that bad as I'm saying it is. Because, I mean, we had, the beginning, we had the announcement of the triple threat match made on Twitter by Big John, or the guy that was on Tough Enough the first few seasons. That guy, the big fat guy. I don't remember his name. John Gerzovic, or whoever the new VP of TNA is. I don't even watch TNA anymore because of this racist bullshit. Because here comes your fabled Black-Olution, the new Nation of Domination, the Ahmed Johnson of the new Nation, Bobby Lashley, the Rock of the Nation, Kenny King, and the Farouk of the Nation, an injured Montel Vontavious Porter, otherwise known as MVP. And it's not very interesting. I mean, he shit slams the Cowboys. He shit slams a lot of people. And he does a lot of things. I mean, this board. I'm not even watching the pay-per-view. I'm watching the Spurs game, so I watched on the replay, and it's amazing because every man for himself. I mean, that makes sense. But you have your boys Kenny King and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley against Samoa Joe, and Kenny King versus Austin Aries, which is actually a good match. Aries and King is a really good match. I mean, God, I've been seeing that forever. But we start off with an innovative last-minute match for the X Division Championship. Manic, otherwise known as Suicide, or otherwise known as CJ Perkins, against Tigre Uno, otherwise known as Extreme Tiger from the AAA promotion. Crazy Steve, who I have no idea who the fuck he is, because I just watched 1 week of the Mirage and he's fucking insane. I like him, but I don't know who he is. Sonata, who I also don't know who he is, but I've seen him over the past few months with the X Division Championship. He's a very good worker from the Wrestle One promotion in Japan, founded and owned and managed by the great Muda. A very great talent. So if you have this man, keep going to TNA, you know he is his blessing. And tag team champions, so I thought we were going to be in a tag team title match against the Von Erich boys, which we'll get to later. But they're in this match, which interesting, very interesting. The Wolves make their way to the ring, followed by Tigre Uno and the Menage with Rebel, Rob Terry, the Freak. We know who he's fucking Rob Terry, and Nux, who makes his return, along with Manic and the current X Division champion Sonata, which is I mean, it makes sense to have these people. But Manic fucking goes crazy. But Crazy Steve has the first ladder. So Crazy Steve got the ladder. He tries to climb the title. But Tigre Uno has a beautiful fucking corkscrew backflip. I mean, it almost looked like a 360 at first, but it was just an angle, I guess. Made him look like he hit a corkscrew 360. I haven't seen that forever. But even though a corkscrew backflip is fucking moonsault even. To all the wrestlers. It was amazing. And we had, and it just keeps going. Crazy Steve had these crazy attempts, no pun intended, but a one-man tornado revolving multiple 360 degrees and just destroying everyone, doing the Terry Funk spot, the Tommy Dreamer spot with the ladder. It was amazing. This is a great way to start out the card. I mean, David Richards powerball on the ladder. Eddie Edwards has a blow to the head. From the Wolves go at it. Fucking Sonata gets the belt and retains the title. It was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful, man. And I can't believe it. We had, again, a lot of people. We had a steel cage match, I think, or was this? No, that was later. That was still the thing is I got confused because it's to outdo WrestleMania. Obviously, you need a steel cage. Obviously, you need 3 people, and you need a world title. So there you go. That's your main event right there. But here we go, and MVP comes out with Kenny King and Bobby Lashley. MVP again pleads his case to the people, informing of his medical condition, which I honestly thought the MVP would come out. I predicted this to happen, and it didn't happen. One of the few things I got wrong, actually, I was maybe 16-0 at this point, because I just counted booking finishes as well, which we'll see in a moment as well. I don't think it was for this match, but I just booked. I had pretty much a little bracket of who I wanted to be in this match, and I was actually right. But it says brilliant idea to replacement wrestler for the World Heavyweight Championship, saying both winners of the Aries, which I announced earlier, the King match, and Joe and Lashley match will face Eric Young and Steel Cage for the World Heavyweight Championship, bringing the Ahmed Johnson of the New Nation of Domination, Bobby Lashley against Samoa Joe. And this match is just a brawl. It's just a fucking brawl. I mean, there's a few spots here. I mean, there's barely any fucking spots. The only spot is Earl Hebner getting taken out, and that is, it happens on every show. God bless Earl Hebner. But his rear naked choke into the ref bump, and Lashley capitalizes. Spurs Joe gets your winner. Bobby Lashley wins. But then we have the Mae Young treatment. The Mae Young treatment of Dixie Carter. And it's an insult to Mae Young, if anything. But not Bobby Lashley, Jerry Borash attempts to get some information from Carter. The meetings with the board of directors this past week are benefits for the company, blah, 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 blah. Events and karma, what do you fucking do? Dixie Carter, why the fuck are you even here? But, okay, I guess the match was changed the match was changed. I don't know what that fucking ad is, but I don't need fucking cancer, man. I don't want fucking cancer. Okay. That's one thing about TNA. They have fucking cancer shit. But, fucking, okay, I'm trying to do this, and you have fucking cancer shits on your site. You have ads reverting from this. But this changed from Willow to, I didn't know this actually, if that was just Magnus versus Willow. But it was Willow and Abyss, which is a very interesting tag team, against Magnus and Bram. I've always said his name wrong. I thought it was Ram or Rand or Grand or Brand or I don't fucking know. But this wasn't really much of a match. Again, it was also a brawl, much like the last one. This match really wasn't that long anyway. I mean, simply, Bram, I should say. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but I'm impressed by him. This Bram guy helps get Abyss, the miscommunication with Bram helping Magnus win the match with Janice. Via Janice, really. Very interesting. I like this team of Bram and Magnus. But we get the huge announcement, the announcement I was waiting for, because TNA, you did it again. You did it again, but in a good way. I'm actually praising you this time because I've always been very, very hard on the Hall of Fame. Very hard on the Hall of Fame. I mean, God, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how I still believe Jeff Jarrett should be in this, but thanks to Global Force Wrestling, his new promotion, that's not going to happen. So, what's the next best thing? I mean, Kurt Angle announced it. I was actually wanting Kurt Angle to announce Jeff Jarrett because the bad blood between them, that would have been interesting. Very interesting dynamic. But, ladies and gentlemen, the newest inductee to the TNA Hall of Fame, the inductees are Team 3D, and holy shit, Devon got his job back. Devon got his job back, folks. It's amazing. I can't believe it. But, yeah, I mean, Devon's pretty much been an agent at this point. And, but this is one of the greatest tag teams since the Legion of Doom got into the Hall of Fame. This is long overdue. I cannot shit on this at all. This is honestly one of the high points of the show. But there's amazing cable chants from the crowd. Bully Rage states that the main reason they will be accepting this induction is for every single fan. I mean, it's long overdue. The only team, to my knowledge, that has held the TNA, WWE, NWA, actually both WWE, the World Tag Team and the WWE titles when they were separated, WCW, NWA, WWE, both versions. NWA World Tag Team Championship was a very prestigious belt. Another prestigious belt, the IWGP. I think it was the World Heavyweight Tag Team titles, or the Junior. I don't remember the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. One of the two was the IWGP Tag Team Championship. It was a very prestigious title as well the Junior Division. The Junior Division, Heavyweight Division, is amazing. Or light heavyweight, whatever you want to call it. It's an amazing tag team title. It's held by all-time greats. The Team 3D, again. I mean, the only title I haven't held that means something is possibly the Ring of Honor belts, the Open the Dream Gate or tag belt, whatever the tag belt's called. Maybe Mexico, AAA. I don't know. There's not a lot of CMLL maybe, but that's the only ones that come to mind. But they've held every title there is to hold. Major title there to hold. Almost every title of anything. And it's a big opportunity for this. I believe this was before the Texas Death Match. I don't really know, but I can look and see. Or was this right after? No, they had a break in between, so good. So it wasn't concurrent booking, so that's good for once. Also, there was Kenny King, the Randy Orton, the new face of TNA, in my opinion. We had A-Double in there. I mean, amazing drop kick spots, amazing missile drop kick spots, amazing fucking brainbuster spot. This match had it all. And Austin Aries surprisingly wins this match via top rope brainbuster, which was fucking awesome. But I mean, I was expecting Kenny King to win this, so we'd have like one of them win, and MVP would come out, say he's not injured, and come out and win the title, which did not happen. But it cuts the Borash, and it cuts the ring. Ross Marshall and Kevin Von Erich, the most famous wrestling. I guess I didn't really know their names, but the Von Erich brothers, I guess Ross and Marshall Von Erich, with the legendary Ken Von Erich. Last time I saw this guy on television was when I went to Saturday Night's Main Event back in the day. It was in Texas, and they came up before the show, did the claw. Really, just okay, a homecoming moment. It was pretty good. But this match didn't last long. I mean, this match was fucking stupid. Your main draw is the Von Erichs, the Hogans of Texas, pretty much. The main draw back in the day was the Von Erichs and the Freebirds. I mean, beyond other people like Bruiser Brody and Eric Embry and all these other guys that you probably don't even know who the fuck they are. But present today's wrestling fans don't know who the fuck they are, which is sad, very sad. We've the future of professional wrestling at this point. But match really didn't last long. I tuned in just to see this. I mean, the boys are green as goose shit. Green as goose shit, but they have potential. They have potential. They're facing the Bromans and DJ Zima. I guess I don't fucking. Maybe he's a manager. I don't fucking know. But classic booking here. Before the bell rings, Broman attack Von Erichs. Most of the divisions laid up until multiple punches. I mean, the match is ridiculous. It's a Texas brawl, a pure Texas brawl, and I love that. Not just because the Texans love seeing that happen. I've heard a lot of people, brawling is a tactic to stall, if anything, in a match, and just get through the match, which is crazy, but it is what it is. And it's crazy because of that brawling, Jesse Goddard, Mr. Spectacular, gets a steel chair into the ring and swings it on Marshall's back, disqualifying them, and your winners, hometown team Von Erich. I mean, everyone's happy, right? No, I'm not. I mean, I sort of am because what happened next. But who comes to the rescue? Kevin Von Erich gets the claw on DJ Zima. I mean, the Bromans are out. Zima's out. Von Erichs get their hand raised. Kevin Von Erich can still go. I mean, he only had a spot in the match, I believe. But I mean, the guy looks like he had a good feel moment. But why have the Hogan special? Why have the DQ finish? You're not going to put him over. Doesn't make sense to me. But speaking of putting someone over, Angelina Love and Gail Kim had probably one of the best matches of the night. I just love women's matches in general. People don't give women's matches a chance. They use it as a piss break or a shit break or both or just get some fucking food so you can watch some tits. I mean, that's what it is to most people. It's sad. Very sad. And, it's interesting that Velvet actually thought this would happen. This guy distracts everyone. It has Gail Kim in the face. I mean, God. This match had great spots. Inverted Bulldog. Hip inverted, a very awkward bulldog actually by Angelina. I didn't until now I remembered that. Very very interesting way to do a bulldog. But Velvet immediately sprays Gail in the face, and Earl Hebner escorts Velvet Sky. He puts himself in for referee Brian Stifler, who was knocked out accidentally by Gail earlier in the match. Angelina capitalized with a reversal. I don't know what it was, but the only conscious referee is Stifler. He is the perfect ref for knockout matches because his name is fucking Brian Stifler. official Knockouts ref Stifler has the people counts the 3 very quickly for being knocked out. Very fucking quickly. I mean, it's crazy. Very fucking crazy. And, you know, it's interesting to me that fucking all of this is to make a new Earl Hebner thing with Madison Rayne. Except it's not with Madison Rayne, it's the beatable people at this point. So, like I said, Velvet finish, Velvet Stifler, Stifler wins, everyone's happy. You know, it's a great moment here. Brian Stifler, who is now a dirty referee, and who can blame the man? His name's fucking Stifler. But, here comes our shit match of the night. Not because it wasn't good, I mean, it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. But, we had something very interesting. A Texas Death Match. For those who don't know what a Texas Death Match is, I'm going to explain it really quickly for you. Texas Death is very simple. It's based, for those who have seen a World of Sport match, it's probably even a different explanation. There's probably 3 falls in a match, 12 rounds, or whatever. It's British round rules. You don't know that, look it up. You know, it's basically 2 out of 3 falls match. Whoever has 2 pins, 2 submissions, or a knockout wins the match. And it's pretty much the same deal here because there's no fall limit here. It's like an Iron Man match, except if you have the last fall and your opponent cannot answer a 10 count, you win. But it was great because we saw Bully Ray come out and tribute to Stan the Man Lariat Hansen. The Lariat Hansen match, it was great having the bull rope and Texas stuff. It was great. If I was going to see a bull rope match for a second, but it was Texas Death, which I love that. I haven't seen Texas Death match in probably 20 years. So maybe more than that. I don't think we've ever seen a Texas Death match in a WWE or TNA ring or major promotion. Maybe in Memphis. I think the last time I saw it was in Memphis, the Jerry Lawler bits with Dutch Mantel and Jerry Lawler. But I mean, God, Spot Monkey Fest right here. I mean, fucking tables, fucking cheese graters, fucking just ripping the skin of EC3, who's facing Bully Ray, by the way. I almost forgot. I'm hyping up this Texas Death Match. Not because I'm from Texas, but goddamn, it's amazing. They find themselves at the top rope, fucking superplex onto a chair. This is fucking sick bump match right here. He pulls, and Bully does unspeakable here. He pulls the ring cover pads and exposes the wood. Like, I don't know, I guess the mat, the little tarp that is the mat in the ring. Long enough for the Bubba Cutter, and he on the fucking wood, onto the shards of grass that are on the can, on the wood. I don't remember if there were falls here in this match. There probably were, but they both got up. Doesn't really matter, you know. It's the last fall that matters. But they manage here, hearing all the chants in the world. Billy envisions sending Dixie Carter through the table a la Mae Young. He picks up her lifeless body, puts her on the table. But EC3 has Bully with a kendo stick, and his body from a kendo stick falls on the table. EC3 gets the pin. 10 count. It's over. The worst finish to a Texas Death Match or a match in general I have ever seen. Dixie Carter, you have done it again. You have done the WCW special. Well done. Well done. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful, baby. But we have our second shit match of the night, which was the piss break. If you pissed, you would have missed it, honestly. Because you have James Storm calling out the Dallas Cowboys, the Tony Romo special. And was Romo even on this? I don't even fucking know. Just a bunch of Cowboys were here. Probably this defense or whatever. Receiver or something like that. Goddamn. He gets the Dallas Cowboys helmet. He pours a beer. The entire arena has been mocked and scorned You could have had Tony Romo have a open challenge, and I would have loved the shit out of that, just getting the shit bit out of him from the actual Cowboy. But Anderson comes out. I mean, fucking brawl here, and gets the beer, takes a chug, spits beer in the face of the Cowboys player, George Stevie. I have no idea who the fuck that is, but Stevie storms the ring, knocking down the fence, destroying that one security guard that's there all the time. You know who he is. Not the Asian one, the one that was in Ring of Honor as well. It's just there. Fucking looks like 911 from ECW. But goddamn, having the fence, taking the leg, pinning him, the mic check, it's over. We have a match done in 30 fucking seconds. Probably maybe 2 minutes at the most. And the Cowboys celebrate over the fallen Cowboy. But we have our main event of the evening, which actually made up for the last 2 matches. It was pretty crazy. And we had this. It's amazing to me that TNA does the unthinkable. I mean, you can sense sarcasm here, but Jesus. We had a great moment. We had a great cage match, actually. I mean, we had a very interesting match. I mean, Lashley versus Eric Young versus A-Double. I mean, I've never probably seen that before, actually. But, the match is, again, it's just a brawl night, really. A cage, you can't expect that any less. I don't think you can. Can you escape from the cage? I think you can, but I don't think they did in this match. But it's, again, spot monkey fest here, as we have Lashley in the area to try to defeat Lashley, just, destroy the big guy. It's there, it's good. Slam him up the ground. I mean, all 3 men eventually are on very high in the corner. Do a Tower of Doom spot. Do a fucking climb in the cage spot, but coming back down. Aries capitalizes and ends his brainbuster, but is unable to pin. Lashley gains his balance, and then the Spirit misses. Breaks down the steel cage fence, actually. Like, the fence is down. The fence is like the Umaga spot at ECW after the cage match with Bob Holly, Hardcore Holly, but it was crazy. The spear, and AY takes the advantage here and gets the pile driver on Aries for the win. Very interesting finish, because I honestly thought that MVP was going to go here and take this. It was interesting to me that TNA would not do the Money in the Bank thing. Not really Money in the Bank, but have MVP come out, say he's not injured, get Lashley, not Lashley, but get Black Illusion or New Nation, whatever you want to fucking call them, because TNA's fucking racist now with his fans, apparently. And we had a great match, had a great, the New Nation of MVP, Kenny King and Lashley. Then he told the world title. Would have been a great ending. Would have been a swerve. Wouldn't have been a swerve. I mean, I thought coming a mile away, but it didn't happen. But the swerve was it didn't happen. So for that, TNA mixed reaction, and people actually view this shit. I'm only doing this because YouTube fucking up. So yeah.